Welcome back again to some Wargame Red Dragon action. It's going to be a 4 versus 4 game on the Cold War Z map. I was almost going to call it Dragon Ball Z, not quite, but there we go. Hopefully I didn't rush that introduction too much. So in any case, we got one team, Team 1 consisting of Rainers, Good Guy Jamie, Zixus, and MJ Brilly. At the bottom right here, or actually this is in the northern sector of the map, northwestern, and at the southeastern part of the map we've got Pact consisting of myself, Lightman, Silo, LDK, Hussar, and Lose a Go. Interesting names indeed. But there you go. So yeah, and our opponents will be playing as Nature, as you can see. So yes, I believe I'll be trying out my generic marine deck for the for Pact on this particular map, and yeah, well, let's just say after this game that I actually got rid of that deck and replaced it with a different marine deck altogether. So a bit of a spoiler for that, but we'll see exactly how it does in this game. Suffice to say though, it could have done a bit better actually, and hopefully the next marine deck I have for Pact will do a bit better. Let's just fast forward, hopefully. So as you can see, helicopter starts pretty much all around, nothing too surprising. Okay, except for Silo. He looks like he's going for a whole bunch of sorry, a whole bunch of regular transports and a couple of helicopters of recon infantry, strangely enough. Actually, no, and some regular infantry too, so there you go. Let's just slew things down a bit. There we go. Kind of annoying how you... well, yeah, you pretty much have to start with helicopters, really. At least from my experience with the game. But anyway, yeah, Jaguar getting stunned, and of course, fucking Raphael one-shots our fucking plane just about. We do have an SU-27M coming in from... damn it, can't read the bloody name. Okay, whatever. Coming in, and Raphael's just going to exit instantly, basically. So, god damn, those things are annoying. But oh well. Harrier's coming in, not particularly good planes in general, but yeah, managing to overpower one of our own planes that was coming in, and wow, they're actually managing to secure air superiority pretty much. Q5D coming in, a Chinese plane coming in from Silo, but well, actually he's going to SLH. What exactly is that? An AGM, okay, an AGM HE missile, no problemo. Managing to blow up a couple of helicopters, nothing really too serious though, at least it does actually survive, unlike everything else. And yeah, even though we got various things landing in helicopters, it looks like things are relatively even actually. In fact, the opponents actually have initial score advantage, hopefully be able to do something about it. They definitely do have air superiority, knocking out pretty much every single air sub fighter we've sent out of the fucking skies. Eurofighter Typhoon's going to shoot it down my MI1 in the first pass. Nope. Well, isn't that a fucking miracle, to say the least. Ah yes, Eurofighter Typhoon. Damn good aircraft indeed. Almost looks like one of those Chinese aircraft actually, but it's not. It's Euro-rific basically. And he's actually flying all over my base, all willy-nilly, launching a couple of missiles here and there, and I'm going to maybe intercept it with a shitty F6C, and that's got anti-air rockets. But I do manage to at least get some shots off on it, so shaken, panicked. He does get stunned as well, so thankfully I did manage to get him sort of in close quarters combat, which basically is where the F6C excels with its shitty little air-to-air rockets. And he actually was shot down, I think, by HN5B anti-air guys. Down he goes. Sucks to be him. And here we go, battle is joined in the middle, finally, between various infantry and a couple of supporting APCs. So it looks like Silo also going for, yeah, it looks like he's just going for China purely. Well, that's what he's brought out so far. As for myself, yeah, I just got a generalist marine deck, which kind of precludes me from using certain important prototype transports. That's what King's doing. Hussar is going for just North Korea. Interesting. seems to be the only one who's actually using a mixed deck here. Well, there you go. And yeah, that's what's happening in the middle, where we did actually manage to capture it briefly. But unfortunately, that's now changed. The opponents once again getting +1 victory points income coming in. And yeah, well, we don't seem to have anything to counteract that just yet. Intruder's also coming in to be a pain in the ass. Something getting destroyed there, I think, because one of these helicopters. And yeah, these are the transport helicopters that I was using. So yeah, basically they're the fastest helicopters, transport helicopters you can get for general packed Marines. But they cost a crap load because they're basically just fully fledged. Huh, what the hell's he doing? Anyway, they're basically just fully fledged attack helicopters. And yeah, now we've actually got let's see. Yeah, got a guy leaving from the enemy team as well, so I think we already had Luzago, or whatever his name was, leaving beforehand, so now hopefully things should be slightly more even in terms of players at the very least. We'll see what happens though. Definitely could do a little bit more anti-air. We've got these HN5Bs trying to launch a couple of rockets, not really shooting anything down though. Okay, we do have a PJZ-95. God, all these are obscure names. Definitely needs a little bit more though, and needs to resupply them as well for that matter. Speaking of which, looks like they need a bit of a recon in the middle too. I mean, granted this is mostly close quarters combat, but just a bit of recon off to the side would have been a much better idea in my opinion, but oh well, what can you do? Instead we've got stuff slowly getting rocketed to death. Got Echo getting captured by opponents, but lo and behold we do actually have +1 points coming in. Just having a look at the map. Golf is completely secure. This point for some reason does not have an enemy CV on it, despite the fact that they've got slightly more than half of it. Hotel's uncontested. Foxtrot's pretty much mine, and got reinforcements coming in to Echo. And we'll just zoom out a bit again. There's the reinforcement arrow, and yeah, I've actually got a couple of helicopters already perched, ready to very quickly take out anything that dare comes close. So we'll see what happens there. And it's also, if you just pay attention as well, it's only a land route as well. It's not an actual air route or anything like that. And in any case, we do have a couple of planes patrolling anyway, just some lower level MiG-21 Bisses. I believe they're the Polish variant. Yep, good old Polish MiGs. And good old North Korean F-6C, the one with the anti-air rockets, which is going to now try to take some pot shots at the Kubra. And of course it doesn't take it down in a single pass, despite the fact that this thing is basically optimized just to take down helicopters, to be honest. Well, in any case, manages to evac without getting randomly taken out at the very least. Apparently there's an attack order there. Oh, that's right, I think he mentioned something in the chat which is not being recorded in the fucking replay about attacking, but now I won't exactly know for certain, and I don't recall what the hell it was he actually said in the chat anyway. Big Biss is finally shooting down that recon helicopter, I believe, is what it was, but we do still have rather entrenched infantry, and Echo is still captured by our opponents, but on the other hand we do have the majority of the points on our side. I don't know what happens with Charlie for opponents. They for some reason didn't take the they didn't put in a command vehicle, and we've got one there, so there you go. In a little while we'll actually exceed them when it comes to score points, God forbid. Yeah, let's see. Oh, Luzago. I thought I'm pretty sure he actually did quit at this point. I think that was one of the notifications before. And I'm pretty sure that these actually now belong to me. Or at least they will belong to me a bit later on. Another spoiler, but there you go. Yeah, spoilers all around. And there's these Harriers. They wouldn't be too bad. It's just that they're so fucking slow. 750 kilometers an hour, 280 IDS is a bit faster at the very least. At least these ones are the better variants. 40% ECM isn't too bad, especially when all our anti-air does not have any missiles. That tends to help a bit, although there we go, we've finally got cargo unloading supplies in, and don't think we actually shot anything down though, so opponents still seem to be retaining air superiority basically. We've got a Tigre Had coming in. What exactly is that again? Okay, so it's a French gunship essentially. Yeah, not too shabby, no back of top armor. Still, although, yeah, just having one top armor wouldn't make much of a difference anyway, most likely. But anyway, also got Super Cobras being a pain in the ass. F6C is probably going to destroy it. Well, something did. I don't think the F6Cs did. I do have to watch out for their anti-air though. They do have, it's all just infantry, but still they got 3 lots of them. Lad Stinger Cs, I'm pretty sure, are the better variant as well. Megabisses also just hightailing it out of there. I think they just ran out of fuel, and these guys, yep, definitely the more expensive anti-air infantry. But there we go, I'm actually reinforcing, getting my own command vehicle in as well. I'll have to try to keep it alive, especially since I don't have an actual little beachhead into the enemy's territory just yet, but still continuing to pressure them. Looks like my ally on the west is also going to be pressuring. Let's see, we've got it here, good guy Jamie towards the west there, and he actually might be able to make something happen. Although sending in vehicles against infantry probably is not going to do anything. What are these things? Hwasung Chungs, which are some sort of anti-air, really cheap anti-air. I don't know why exactly he sent them in before everything else, but anyway, at least he does manage to leave one behind. I suppose he, I don't know, maybe for some reason didn't think there'd be infantry there. I don't know. All I know is that good guy Jamie is sending out his Royal Marines, and they're the later variant as well. Very fancy weapons and all that, just to intercept our stuff. But thankfully we do have at least a couple of flame tanks ready to flame the shit out of them, worrying them a bit. Not really doing much else apart from that. Bit of artillery coming in to hit our shilkas. Might even destroy them actually. Yep, down goes one of them. And the other one probably going to go next. Nope, maybe not. On death's door though, and the Royal Marines are slowly but surely getting pushed back actually, because they're on the edge of the forest. The 2 flame tanks can target them without having to get too close. Although, no, wait a minute, they continue to go forward, so okay, never mind. These guys might just be the way the sloping is working. Yeah, it might just be that actually, I don't know. Well, in any case, there we go. Now they're going to get flamed. And nope, just going to retreat further into the forest. Wise move. We do have more stuff reinforcing slowly but surely. Probably going to need a little bit more to crack the defense here, or we could just try to go around. I mean, what kind of... Yeah, I don't think they actually have any... What do they have actually? Yeah, they don't have any sight. They don't have any recon there. So, well, I believe we probably do. What they do have is fucking air superiority everywhere, basically. Yeah, well, at least I'm dropping a few bombs here and there, blowing the crap out of the Marines, stunning them, panicking them. Oh, wait a minute, they're not even panicked really. A couple of squads are panicked, the other ones are worried and shaken. Jesus, those guys are pretty goddamn stalwart, to say the least. Even these 2 Sepetizis are not exactly going to do too much. They will try. I mean, at the very least they do have their little napalm rockets, which are better than nothing, I guess. But really, they should be sent in, especially since these are just 5-man squads, they should be sent in conjunction with other infantry, although they do seem to be doing a good job, and both squads are still alive, barely though. Still losing the numbers, slowly but surely. Battle still ranges on pretty much on all 3 fronts really, all 3 main fronts of the map. Surprised we haven't really seen anyone trying to go, you know, through the hills there, or maybe through here. Even got a little road path of vehicles. Got it all. Even these lad stingers are starting to run out of ammunition, which is kind of funny. And suppose these are still alive, actually doing a great job versus US Marines. Okay, they haven't run into the Delta forces yet, which I believe are, yeah, they got better training than the US Marines. Of course, more anti-air, oh sorry, just regular air coming in. Air is going to be a major pain in the ass. Where is our anti-air? Right here. Right here. Wait a minute, infrared missiles. Oh, okay, those are infrared missiles. Oh, okay, and it's got radar guns on it. Interesting way of doing things there, but there you go. Even got a couple of Challenger, or just one Challenger 2 coming in. I can swear there was another one, maybe got taken out. Bit of a strange manoeuvre sending it in that far forward. Bit of a strange manoeuvre sending in these aircraft that close as well, actually. Both of them getting ballooned hill and back. Challenger 2 also going to be coming in to do a bit of damage. ZSD-90, what is this thing exactly? Ah, okay, it's got an autocannon on it. Wait a minute. Stealth is poor, and yet... Wow, okay, the Challenger 2 can't detect it. Well, I suppose its optics are only medium, but still, it's very close to this ZSD-90, and yet it can't see it. Apparently ZSD-90 is either on hold fire, or it just has to get even closer for its autocannon to even do anything. So, In any case, we've also got our own Panzer 70s getting attacked by artillery. Well, I don't know if there was more than one there, but there's only one now. And he's probably fearing for his life at the moment. In any case, yeah, we definitely could do some more anti-air, maybe longer ranged anti-air for Charlie. And yeah, even though it's now neutral thanks to this command vehicle. On the other hand, Echo is also neutral thanks to my command vehicle right here, the Topaz, while the enemies take Homer right here. Actually, just having a look though, oh, okay, this is actually a definite weak point right here. In fact, I didn't realize it at the time because of the fact that infantry do a great job hiding in forests. But yes, because they do a great job of that, I didn't actually realize that there was a nice big opening here. I could basically just strike through here, take out TACOM, and even take out all these lad stingers without having to deal with the Delta forces and US Marines directly. But unfortunately, I did not. I should have tried to tackle things from different angles, and in fact that's something that Hussar could be doing as well actually. He's basically attacking these Royal Marines head on, which is not quite working. Although he is slowly but surely whittling them down, but yeah, it's mostly the bombs that are doing that, and he actually seems to be blindly launching bombs as well actually, not really hitting them in that instance. Same time, not dying either. His aircraft are not dying. Well, I suppose he could just attack them head on if he did have more flame weapons, especially flame infantry, which is not going to be the case here. Sending up these APCs up close is definitely not going to help at all actually. I mean, unless if they were directly behind the infantry, and even then they'd probably be better off just with staying a bit behind, unless if they had something like, I don't know, grenade launchers or something like that. But in any case, lost our command vehicle. Oh, actually no, it's still alive, getting bombs, staying alive though. Can they actually see that? Yes, they can actually. They can see our Triple Z. If they were paying attention, yeah, they'll see exactly what it was moving to. And they do have some artillery coming in. This thing getting stunned as well. Although, funny enough, because even though it's stationary, it still doesn't count as decapturing the points. Sorry, decapturing the points there. We do at least have okay, SU-24 making some successful runs. For Seed, we are getting pushed back into this tiny little corner. And yeah, this is definitely going to be prime territory to get attacked with, or rather to get attacked by artillery, should I say. That's what the hell. See what happens though. We still continue to send vehicles way too close. Challenger's also being a bit of a pain in the ass. Challenger 1 Mark II this time round. What do we have here? Okay, you have just defense here. And here we go. We've finally broken through their lines on Bravo. Just La Javelin remaining, which can get destroyed pretty easily. Not much else really. Just a matter of just sweeping through and destroying everything that we find. Actually no, we do have one squad of Royal Marines there, which actually has managed to avoid detection, strangely enough. Not bad. We'll see what happens though. We did have a tornado coming in, so you better hold on to your pants. This thing's going to do nothing, it seems. Well, a bit of a letdown there, but what can you do? Same time, Harriers coming in, and look at this, they're flying directly over anti-air, and oh never mind, one does get shot down. The other one is still managing to get out of there, just barely though, but yeah, there we go, basically warps out of there. Challenger 1 Mark II definitely being a pain in the ass, but really, these things are way too far forward, especially without any proper support. I don't know what Zixes was thinking with them. I mean, they did manage to do a bit of damage, so I don't know, maybe he was just trying to poke in with them. Generally, you don't use expensive high-tier tanks to poke around with. Usually you go with something really cheap, like these things, these 20-point tanks. You poke around with those. Or infantry, actually. Infantry are good for poking around as well. But yeah, wow. These aircraft are basically running around all willy-nilly. Kind of funny that works. Yeah, the aircraft in Wargame Red Dragon have been rebalanced pretty bizarrely, in my opinion, especially compared to Wargame Alien Battle. Basically, in Red Dragon, the reload times of missile-based anti-air basically have been increased to a ridiculous degree, in my opinion, which kind of... I mean, if they were a bit cheaper, I wouldn't mind that, but as it is, you pay a fortune for, say for example, a radar-based SAM launcher that can only... It launches one missile that might do maybe HE 7 damage or something like that, but and then it has like a 30-second reload time. I mean, really. And it costs like 80 points as well, so... In either case, there we go, slowly whittling down my opponent's infantry, just bum rushing him with empty transports, not too shabby, as well as some infantry to support, why not? Pretty much leaving the rest of the point open, but yeah, I don't know, it just feels very strange the way, well, anti-air works in this game compared to Wargame Ellen's Battle, should I say. These obscene reload times, especially on the costly anti-air pieces. I mean, that basically means you need to spend a fortune, a fucking fortune on, yeah, there goes my seed. But anyway, you have to spend a fortune on anti-air, and of course, to get the really good stuff, it has to be, of course, it has to be using radar, and of course that'll make it vulnerable to seed as well. I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad if they at least made the anti-air a little bit cheaper. But the way it is, well, the amount of anti-air you have, many bombers are actually much cheaper, or at least a bit cheaper than the expensive anti-air pieces that you can get, which is hilarious, really. I mean, what kind of balance do you call that, for God's sake? Well, it works, I suppose, on the whole. I mean, generally anti-air... Oh, Jesus, that's fucking loud. Generally, anti-air does beat planes for cost somewhat, but then, of course, you have to deal with the fact that anti-air can only cover so much ground, especially given how big the maps are in this particular game. They feel like they're much, much bigger than the previous game, which is also pretty good, but at the same time, to provide proper anti-air, you're really going to need... Well, you're just going to need your own planes, which I suppose is kind of how it is like in real life, but... I mean, at the very least, they could have made the anti-air a bit cheaper, for God's sake. That's all I ask. I mean, no unrealistic buffs to damage or anything like that, although... Well, actually, no, it would be kind of realistic for anti-air to one-shot planes. I mean, in real life, they do horrendous damage to planes, provided, of course, that the missile does actually detonate somewhere in the vicinity of the plane itself. But anyway, TACOM is actually getting destroyed for good guy Jamie. We're going to get this point, and going to get a nice little reinforcement zone as well, right on their opponent's doorstep, actually. So, yeah, he's only got reservists, actually, and apart from that, not too much else. So we'll see what happens with the opponents there. Opponents still continuing to blast us with planes. And yeah, we don't seem to have too much of a response to that. We just needed more anti-air, and of course we need to actually resupply it as well. And we also needed to take better care of our own ground-based anti-air too, for that matter. Artillery definitely is being a pain in the ass. Let's see. Here we go. Yep, now the Pivonkas belong to me, so going to be shooting over there while they do that. Just check the stats. So there you go, 1 round a minute, but pretty good accuracy, good range, good HE power, and we'll just see exactly where the shots will land. In fact, we'll follow them. Bam, they're hitting the Zanshis. Brilliant. Oh my god. Okay, that was a bit of a miscalculation. Yeah, the thing with the Pivonkas, of course, is the fact that they take an incredible amount of time to aim, as you can see. A very long time to aim and fire just a single goddamn shot. So what probably happened was, yeah, there were probably some infantry here before, but we were enemy infantry, that is. But while my artillery was aiming, my allies were able to push the infantry back and then to occupy the space themselves, and, well, my artillery hit them instead. Whoops, should have been paying more attention to that. Oh, well, at least I have my own seed planes trying to do everything they can. That Stinger's still staying alive. They're probably going to stay alive until the end of the game, unless if I actually get something to go over the hill itself. Thank God they're out of missiles at the very least. And they're not going to reveal themselves at the very least, I suppose. And yeah, Su-24 is just going to loiter around, hopefully not get killed. We are slowly losing ground in Charlie. At the same time, we are gaining ground in Bravo, but look at this. Look at this fucking plane spam. Where is anti-air? We got a whole bunch of shulkers. Interesting measure to use. We could do some more actual SAMs. Okay, we got the Iglas. We could do some better SAMs than that, though, to say the least. But well, it's better than nothing, even though these guys haven't actually taken any shots. Unfortunately, yeah, they're just bombing us to hell and back in Bravo. Sorry, in Bravo, and yep, they got their own seed planes as well. So look at this, they're just all over us in terms of aircraft. Thank God we're mostly winning the ground campaign, except in the middle though. And we're at the very least pressuring them on Bravo, so we are forcing them to defend there and to have crap loads of planes floating around. Loitering around, actually, not really floating, but anyway. Shilka's doing what they can. Wait a minute, where is the seed? Oh, there it is. Why hasn't he shot anything at the Shilkas? I wonder if actually Hussar is disabling and re-enabling the Shilka's radar guns, maybe, to avoid the seeds. In any case, there we go. We actually do have a whole bunch of anti-air coming in. Finally, we've got our own air-sub planes. All of them by Hussar, actually. Wow, this is actually rather sudden, to say the least. They might have just saved up and then bought them all at once. That should, at the very least, keep this area pretty much secure. These MiG-29s, yeah. MiG-23MLs, yeah, seem to be decent enough anti-air, getting a little bit too close though. And even evacing actually before they even destroy the intruders. Oh no, even the MiG-23MLs are going to evac, but they don't actually die though. I don't see any planes crashing. So that's a good thing. On the other hand though, these Harriers and the intruder is going to make it to Charlie, and they're going to proceed to bomb the shit out of us. Probably won't even get destroyed as a result. We'll see what happens though. Okay, thankfully they're not actually hitting much, mostly because our infantry is mostly dead here anyway. And look at this, flying directly over us, but at least it does get eventually taken out. And we do have more anti-air incoming, thank God. Silo just putting up a whole bunch of anti-air infantry. We could still do with longer ranged radar SAMs, but it's a start. And Lad Stinger's still going to be alive. So actually it looks like I'm going to be gathering a bit of an attack force here, including Superziers and probably some flame tanks. Maybe at some point. That's not it. That's not a flame tank. I could swear I had flame tanks as well. Ah, here we go. TO-55 flame tanks. It's definitely going to be, or it should be more than enough to be able to tackle everything here, hopefully. And apart from that, yeah, well, we just got a bit of a standstill here. The command vehicle is still alive. Thank the Lord for that. We've still got challenges being poked in by Zixus. Oh no, never mind. The command vehicle's dead now. For whatever reason. Not really sure why. Yeah, at least my artillery is actually taking out the enemies, mostly. Doing some damage at least. Challenger 1 Mark II, look at how close he's actually getting. No wonder he's poking with this thing. I mean, look at that. This thing's just trotting in all willy-nilly and taking pot shots here and there. Just gotta love it. In fact, what the hell, actually? Let's trace its steps out, and I think it's actually going to get taken out in a second as well. Bam, down he goes. Dying rather spectacularly there. Still though, he did actually manage to penetrate pretty deep into our lines there, to say the least. And opponents have, well, they basically pushed us right to the corner at this point. At the same time though, I am going to be pressuring, hopefully, going to be pressuring Delta, and that's worth 2 points compared to Charlie's 1, so it's going to be overall better if I can capture or at least uncap Delta from the opponents. We'll see what happens though. Jaguar A coming in again for good old seeds, while our own seeds come in as well. Roland does get taken out at the very least. And get out of there. Vab Mistral. Oh, okay, I didn't even notice the Vab Mistral at the time. Okay, so, okay, it's a recon helicopter with actual SAMs on it. Well, actually, they're not SAMs, they're AAMs in that case. So one Su-24 does actually evac, the other one is going to die because I let him loiter around for too long. What the fuck was I thinking? Fighter Typhoon's also coming in to be a pain in the ass, why not? But yeah, I didn't actually notice that this was around at the time. I'm pretty sure I noticed there was some recon units there, but I didn't actually realise it was a recon unit with actual anti-air missiles on it. What are these guys doing flying over like that? Hopefully my anti-air is going to take them down, or these guys are going to get away scot-free, and so will the Tornado F3 by looks of things. Maybe, nope, he is out of there. Wow. Wow, we really could have done with more anti-air, it seems. Oh my god, talk about spamming marksmans. Anyway, let's talk about spamming heavy tanks, to say the least. Oh, actually, I think the marksmans are the anti-air Challenger variants, basically retrofitted with some sort of an anti-air cannon. Oh my god, look at this. All this anti-air and it can barely even aim at anything. Oh god, damn. Yeah, well, you do have to micro your radar-based anti-air around the seed. Around seed planes, should I say. But the good thing... Okay, it's kind of hard to represent that here because it's a replay. But the good thing that was done with Wargame Red Dragon compared to the previous ones is there is actually a disable all weapons and re-enable all weapons button under basic orders or something like that. So yeah, you can actually disable and re-enable multiple weapons for multiple units all at the same time. So pretty handy, and yeah, even handy for ASMs on ships actually. What you do is, yeah, you basically just leave them disabled, just the ASMs disabled, and yeah, you just press turn all weapons off once, and the second time to turn them back on, including the ASMs, and well, there you go. Then of course you have to manually disable ASMs only on ships after that, but well, as for turning on all the ASMs at once, it's still pretty handy. So, and handy for radar SAMs as well as radar AAA, which I think actually is what Hussar might have been using. He might have just been keeping his radar anti-air off and then turning it on when he didn't see any sorry, when he didn't see any seed around, maybe. Oh my god, talk about a fucking plane spam. But that is that. I actually was attacking the opponent's point there. Didn't get to see the end of that, but yeah, still a pretty interesting little match there. Bit of a learning experience. We need more freaking anti-air, basically, and we need to manage it better. I think that's a big thing to take from that. But, well, there you have it. I shall see you all next time.